Hello everybody, welcome back to Ni No Kuni. We're going to crack on with story today by going into the Glittering Grotto, but before we do that I just wanted to show you a very neat levelling trick, because the reason I'm going to show you this is for task 73 we've got to collect 3 familiars, and those familiars are the Sasquish, the Sasquash. The Sasquish is the form before this, but that won't work. You need the one with snow on his head, which is the metamorphosable form of the Sasquish. The Lotus Bud, both of these are found outside of Yule. And then finally the Ice Queen. But what I've found here is an Ice Maiden, since the Ice Queen is in the next area we haven't yet encountered. So what I need to do is level this to its next form, which will turn it into an Ice Queen. Now, a great levelling spot at this point in the game, fantastic, is this area to the west of Hamelin. If you go onto the island with Hamelin and then travel west, you'll come to this little valley. And then just around here, these mobs each have a chance of spawning as this green Toko, which is this one with the staff up here. If it doesn't spawn, cast Gateway, which will send you to Motorville, then cast it again to come back, and that'll reset the mobs. Now, it's important to try and get a preemptive strike on this, just like that, because they do tend to run away. But these mobs, these Tokos, give a tremendous amount of experience. It's absolutely phenomenal. So we're going to go all out attack to try and prevent it from escaping, which is what it's trying to do. And hopefully we'll kill it before it does run away. Oh, it got healed, which isn't good. But it's going down, yeah, we got it. So we'll get the XP for that after battle. And it is actually common to find 2 of them in the same battle as well. So the XP we get now potentially could be doubled if you kill 2 of them. And I have done it myself, so I know it's possible. But hopefully we'll level up that Ice Maiden now. Look at that. 9,000 experience. That's just incredible, it really is. And everybody's leveled up as you would expect. Thunderstorm. Do we want him to have Thunderstorm? Yeah, go on then, we'll give him Thunderstorm. It's a nice, powerful ability. And Frostine, who is our Ice Maiden, can now metamorphose. Timberous Look, who gets a whole load of stats every time he levels. His defense stat is approaching that 300 mark now, which is really potent. And Scully has reached the maximum for his species, so we need to metamorphose him at some point. Again, best to wait until they have reached the maximum level before you metamorphose them. That will help them spawn with the best stats on their next form. So, if we go to the Ice Maiden. And what symbol is that? Oh, it's a moon, isn't it? Ah, there we go, look, it's a moon drop. And that will turn it into the Ice Queen, which is exactly what we need. And this is a very good levelling spot as well if you want to level the familiar for task number 59, where you have to level the Ghosts familiar from 30 to 40. You can probably do that. Excuse me, do that in one battle. We'll get this thing back out the party again. So this fellow, I captured him and he was already level 20, which was interesting. Normally they're level 1 when I capture a familiar, but there we go. There's the 3 we need. So we'll go now and just hand that in back in Yule. And then we'll crack on with the story that we were doing. So just remember, so you don't get confused, it's the Sasquash you want, not the Sasquish. If you do get a Sasquish, then by all means just go and level it with that levelling trick, and then it'll turn into a Sasquash when you metamorphose it. But the fellow seems happy now. We've got all 3 familiars that he was after. And of course he'll let us keep the familiars that we found. 2 jumbo drops and 3,000 guilders. And 6 merit stamps, of course. I'll tell you what, the one familiar in that, if I show you which one, because I can never remember the names of them. This one here, the Lotus Bud. It's only got a 4% capture chance. It took me about 2 hours on that, so stick with it, you will get it, but it's a pain in the backside, it really is. Yeah, goodbye to all of these, send them into the familiar retreat. And I suppose we should get the familiar out as well. That we level to 40, which is this one, I think. Must be, mustn't it? There's no other level 40 familiars around. For the other task. I am tempted to do that now, actually, get it out of the way, and then we can move on to the Glittering Grotto. Should we? I mean, we might as well, hadn't we, really? Right, just let me remind myself where it is. It's in the little valley patch down below. So we'll turn around. I think it's just down here. Yes, you can land there. Don't annoy me, please. Mr. Dragon, I can never remember his name. Tengri or something, isn't it? I hope we got the right familiar out of the familiar retreat. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second when we speak to the ghost and try and give it her back. This is task number 59 that we're doing. It's called Moving On. Spirit medium. Yeah, we've got the right one. So we've levelled it up for her, only for him to stay with us. But we get a good reward, so I'm not complaining about that. And at least we haven't got to go and hunt one down now. And we got a new alchemy formula as well. Very good, very good. Right, so I'm just going to oh, this isn't wow. I'm just going to teleport, or travel even, back to Yule. And now we are going to start on the story by going to the Glittering Grotto. You don't need to call Tengri for this. It's just a short walk up. In fact, let's save our game. Now we've done all those errands. In fact, we should have an empty log now. I'm really sorry, I've just realised. I think we've still got a hand in the bounty hunts, haven't we? Let's do it. We're here in Yule, let's do it. I know it's annoying, we just want to get on with the story now, but may as well empty the log while we can. I'll just check I haven't done that already, actually. I don't think I have, though. No, we've got it. We've hunted it, but we just need to complete it. So we'll just quickly head to Swift Solutions, and then we'll definitely, I promise, go to the Glittering Grotto. But I do want to hand this in before I forget. Claim bounties. That wasn't a hard bounty hunt at all anyway, was it? It was quite easy, in fact. Four merit stamps. How many cards do we have now? 3. Okay, we need 5 more cards. There's no more errands available yet, is there? Nah, that guy's telling us to go to the errand board. He's talking nonsense. He doesn't know that we've done them all already, does he? Let's just start heading over to the Glittering Grotto now. I think this is the first time in a while, actually, we've had a completely empty errand log. No bounty hunts, no tasks, no errands. We're completely up to date with them all now. Until we get our next batch, of course. Right, so. On second thoughts, we will call Tengri. It does look a bit of a mission, doesn't it? Let me just see. Yeah. It's all confusing because there's so many different tiers of ice here. He's going to let us in now, that's nice of him. If you remember, before we tried to gain access to this place, he said, no, 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 you're not going anywhere. Well, except to Yule, which we did, and we got some nice warm clothes to put on. This is the Glittering Grotto at last, the Hall of the Mountain King. And hopefully we will find the third and final magical stone thing for the Morning Star. Yeah, if there's one here, we'll find it. I don't think we need to heal up, do we? But we'll use it anyway. Now, I've just saved not long ago. Right, so the map, of course, isn't explored. So we've got a bit of exploring to do in order to do what it is we need to do. There are also similar mobs in here to the ones outside, but pretty much they are going to be the second form mobs rather than the first form, so I guess they could be a little bit more challenging. Well, I'll say that, most of them are running away from us anyway. Except this one, who did actually run away from us, but we thought we'd enter combat anyway. So you can get the Ice Queen in here if you don't want to have to level one up, but I had one anyway, an Ice Maiden, so I thought may as well use it. Yeah, these are really squishy mobs. Although, like I said, that could have something to do with the fact that we're all level 54 plus, and if you haven't been doing any errands or anything, then you'll probably want to be about level 37, 38 by now at least, before you come into this area. Should we do I think there's some chests around here. Just cast our little spell that will... Ah, there's one down here that we've missed. How did that happen? It's only a red chest, but I like to get all our chests. And now we'll head back this way. Another ice bridge. Marvellous, and another chest as well. Oh, caught us by surprise. That's not very pleasant.
Here goes nothing.
Snowstorm, snowstorm. That shouldn't hurt us, we've got warm clothes on. I'm going to try and bring Biggs out because I haven't used him for a while. The slash and burn I think could be quite potent in here. And I thought the Ice Queen would be weak to that, but she wasn't. Still. Oh. Need to capture. But we don't need to capture, but I want to capture because it's an achievement for capturing familiars. And I didn't capture quite a few for a while, so it's about time I started. Right, now let's go back to... Let's just use Percy. Well, we didn't get a chance to do anything, but I do like Percy. Yep, we'll keep him. And grab this next treasure chest, the Snow White ice cream again. And now we'll want to head back to the original landmass that we was on. So head back down the bridge. Start heading west. Go away, go away. We're going to have to enter combat with one of them. Couldn't avoid both of them. There's lots of enemies around here, isn't there? Lots of enemies.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes!
Right, come on, Percy. Show us your magic. There we go. Powerful, powerful, powerful.
Nice work!
Now, there is, if we head west here, there is a treasure chest up here, and we'll need to grab it now because we get a little bit of an event once we go into the next section, and it makes this treasure chest completely unavailable then for the rest of the game. And it's a pouch of Phoenix Breath as well, so you'll probably almost certainly want to get that. Right, now let me just see where we are. Okay, I think we can go this way now. Yep, And this is the little event I was talking about.
Phew.
Whew.
Ah, okay, it doesn't make it permanently. So that you can't get it, but for the time being we can't get it, so probably a good thing to get it now. Oh, our spell's worn off, I don't like that. I want our spell back. And there's still a couple more red chests we can get on our journey. Ah, there's just not enough room to manoeuvre around the enemy encounters here, is there?
We're under attack!
A pound pom, we haven't caught one of those yet. We could do with probably trying to capture him if we could. Not a pound pom, a pom pom. Who's going to get the orange gleam? Somebody get it, please. Come on, Percy. Inner strength. I'm not sure what that does. I'm guessing it boosts strength. Attack power. Doesn't do any damage anyway. Yeah, it was doing a lot of damage then, so I'm guessing that's what it does. Pretty awesome. Right, where are we? Apart from getting a bit confused here. I was going to say the map seemed to stop exploring there. Okay, we don't want to go down there. We can go down that way to head back to the Waystone if we want. But we want to head up here. It's a little bit confusing, this map. Ah. An interesting little vision here, or something, is going on. Yeah, it was a vision. The cold must be getting to their brains. Yes, let's keep moving. I think that's probably best right now, isn't it? Now it seems that there's a dead end here. But we need to nudge an icicle in order to move. And the spell we want to use to do that is the pulse spell. Believe it or not. That should give us enough force to shake some of these icicles loose. Just like that. And now we can safely move across to the other side. There's a nice chest down there, but I'm not totally sure how we'll get that. Right, this time there's some stalagmites in the way. And to get past here, we're going to need to cast Fireball to melt them. Now we're going to encounter quite a few more obstacles like this on our journey through the Glittering Grotto. So just be prepared to get using Pulse or Fireball in order to make access. Again, Fireball. Make sure you take that right that I just took there, because there is a red chest that's hidden through. And there's a Sage's secret inside, a vial in fact, so not too shabby. And now we'll continue heading north, hopefully now into the next area. Again, more stalagmites, you know the routine by now, Fireball, melt, let's keep moving. is another red chest, the final red chest in this first part of the area. Just behind these stalagmites here, so make sure you grab that. What do we have inside? Ah, a handful of chocolate bonbons. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you want to disappear, disappear, but please don't try and fight me. You'll just die. Ooh. And we're entering the lower level. Although I seem to think we've missed that treasure chest there. Haven't we? Well, there is a green chest, I believe, around here. And we get a nice easy shot at it. A holy shield. I wonder if any of our familiars will be wanting to use that today. Is anybody using shields? Biggs is using shields. Oh, it's not very good for him. It does protect against nicks, but apart from that, it's going to be fairly useless. Same for Bony Boy Scully there. So, we'll leave that. For now, we're going to head east, I think. I think this is the way. It's a little bit confusing, there's stuff everywhere and I think we've missed some chests, to be honest, so perhaps we should go and backtrack, but we're here now. Look at the next waypoint, so I'll let you do that in your own time. There's a Medal of Agility we could have got, but that's okay. Right, let's save our game. There is a purple chest in this area as well to the west, but since we can't open purple chests, there's possibly no point in us attempting to go and find it right now. So maybe we could just very briefly backtrack and see. I think there were some stalagmites that we should have pulsed down earlier, but we didn't. So we might have unintentionally blocked our path from getting some of the chests. Let me see if I can find it. If I was playing on my own, just for myself, it wouldn't bother me, but seeing as how you lot are watching as well, it'd probably be a good idea if I did. Yes, there we go, look. If we go to Pulse. And then we've made our own little stepping stone to get that chest. So I knew we'd miss something. Don't come after us. Yeah. I don't think I want to melt it, do we? I've got myself into a right little confused state here. Oh, hang on, here we go, look. Yeah, there we go. And now we'll probably have to cast Pulse again, look. I was getting a bit confused because Drippy was saying we should melt the ones we just brought down, but I knew that was pointless. And what do we have inside? A bluster blade, which is actually pretty awesome, but not as good as our blazing blades that we have right now, so I'm definitely going to stick to using those, I think. But yeah, now we can head over to the next section. We will of course now have to melt the stalagmites, which is why Drippy was saying that was in the way. And we'll head back over to the waypoint ready for the boss. Like I said, I'm not going to bother going to the purple chest because I'll probably do an episode where we go and open all the purple chests that we've missed so far. And then we can happily return here. Goodness gracious. That was a close call. Those Ice Queens are nasty. They do want to enter combat, don't they? But I think we'll finish the episode here, folks. So please subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with future releases. And remember to like, comment, and let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next time. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger. Bye for now.